Capital Combat. The name says it all. I'm Hakeem Branch. We got a quick counter for you. Today I'm going to be talking about UFC 192, in which the main event is light heavyweight champion Daniel Cormier defending his belt against Alexander Gustafsson. Now, originally they had two other really high-profile fights on the card. They had Johnny Hendricks facing Tyron Woodley for 170-pound title contention, and they also have Ryan Bader and Rashad Evans to kind of straighten out the light heavyweight division once more, to find more challenges for Cormier. Now, we've recently learned that Johnny Hendricks had a very terrible time making weight and had to withdraw from the fight. They found he had kidney stones as well as severe dehydration. So we hope that he recovers well and is able to get back into the octagon and continue to make a living. So that fight has been scratched from the card. So today I'm going to be talking about Bader and Evans and the championship fight between Gustafsson and Cormier. Starting off with Bader and Evans, we got two guys who've been in the division and in the UFC for a very long time. Known names. Evans, a former champ. Bader, kind of always hovering around title contention, could never really make that final step to make it into title contention. And once again, he's right at the door. All he needs to do is win this fight. They're probably going to be, whoever wins this fight is going to be the next in line for the shot at Cormier or Gustafsson if he's pull off the upset. So with Evans, you have a very skilled wrestler. Actually, both guys are very skilled wrestlers. On paper, like if you look at the UFC stats, it favors more Bader. But when you take into consideration the people that they fought, it starts to lean more towards Evans. It seems that just for some reason Bader hasn't been able to take that final step to get to major title contention. He's always been in the conversation perhaps, but then he'll fall short. So with this one, I'm looking to see the same thing. Bader is a big and strong light heavyweight, but Evans, who dropped down from heavyweight originally, isn't the weakest guy, put it like that. And the real questions are how his knee is holding up while he's hasn't fought since he was getting ready to fight Daniel Cormier and injured his knee, and that was a little over a year ago, almost 2 years ago now. So we have to see how his leg holds up, and if it holds up well, I think he'll do enough to win a decision in this fight. Bader's a hair slower. He may be a little bit stronger, but I think Evans has him in the technique department. So him being a little bit faster and a little bit better technique should have him come out the winner. Probably like a 2-1 type of deal. Let's move on to the main event. Now in the main event, you have Daniel DC Cormier against Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson. Now, we all remember Gustafsson as being the man who took John Jones to the brink in a losing effort. A lot of people thought he won that fight. He fought a few more people since then. I believe it was Jimmy Manuwa, and then Anthony Johnson came up on the short end of that, unfortunately. Then Johnson went on to fight Cormier, loses the title opportunity. The Mauler's first in line because he was first in line to fight Jones until an injury pushed him out of the way. So now he's getting his next crack at light heavyweight gold against a former Olympic caliber wrestler, a former title challenger himself. Well, this is going to be his third fight. He lost his opportunity to Jones, then he beat Johnson for the vacant belt once Jones was stripped after his issues. So we have a very, very technical wrestler in Cormier, and a very, very technical striker in Gustafsson. He's a Golden Glove boxer, also studied some kickboxing. And after his loss to Phil Davis, he began to incorporate more wrestling into his training, and it showed when he took on John Jones and was the first person to take him down. He's dealing with a different animal here in Cormier. Cormier is another fighter who used to fight at heavyweight, so he's used to dealing with really big, strong guys, and he handled them like they were nothing. He handled Dan Henderson, who was another top-notch wrestler. And he's also handled people who were taller than him, because, let's face it, almost everyone's taller than him. So I don't really see him losing this fight. There's going to be some hairy moments because Gustafsson is really good. He has crisp combinations. His footwork has much improved. His wrestling has improved as well, but I don't think it's improved to the level that will keep him off the mat against Cormier. So that's going to be the story of the fight. Can he use his range enough to keep Cormier off of him? And I think he can in spots, just not enough to secure the victory. So I'm going with DC by decision here. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked this video. Sorry we couldn't do it as a group. We had this hurricane issue and a conflict of schedule, so Rob and I couldn't shoot together. We do apologize for that. But you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Google+, CapitalofCombat. You can hit us up on our email, capitalofcombat@gmail.com. Check out the rest of our quick counters, technical toolbox, combat mailbag. Check it all out. Subscribe and like this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
This is round one, and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is coming and cost. My fists are on fire. I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage. Keep thinking that it's a game. I kick rhyme, hurricane. I told them I don't play. I'm liquid.
The Black Street Fighter.